From winning 5-1 in the Champions League to losing 2-1 at home to Sunderland in the Premier League. That's how fast life can come at you if you become too comfortable with your little success you attain. All right? See, this is the difference between Chelsea and the top teams in the Premier League. This is the difference between Chelsea and the teams who compete for the Premier League. Arsenal will never do this. All right? Manchester City will never do this. See, there's a large difference between teams who actually wants to win something in the Premier League and who actually want to challenge with Chelsea currently. This is the Chelsea's second loss in the Premier League this season already. Chelsea lost to Brighton. And Chelsea are now losing to Sunderland. This is just the difference. See, before I say anything about Chelsea, let's give it to Sunderland. Because these guys, I've always rated them. I predicted they're never going to go back to the to the Championship because of how good their signings have been and how strategic their signings have been. 15 signings this summer, in the Premier League. That is the highest we've seen in the Premier League this summer. What a fantastic performance for Sunderland. They did very, very well. Yes, they played negative football. They kept low block, but that is their strategy, and we need to give it to them because every team has their strategy. Every team has the style of play. Every team has the way they play football. And for Sunderland, they have decided to sit back, keep a low block, and go on set pieces, the long throws, and the corner kicks, and all of that. They won the game. What matters most to them was the 3 points, and yes, they got the 3 points. Now back to Chelsea. I was expecting a different team entirely. After winning 2 games in a row in the Premier League, the one against Liverpool at home and away against Nottingham Forest, I was expecting a team who would take advantage of actually climbing up the table, who would take advantage of playing early, in this weekend's game to climb up the table. Look at where Sunderland is currently on the table. I don't see a serious team. That's just the fact. I don't see a team who actually wants to compete. I don't see a team who wants to take advantage of other teams. I don't see a team who can grind out results when it matters most. I don't see a team who could actually penetrate and work things out and grind out results when the other team keeps a low block. I don't see a team who is serious to win games. And that is exactly what we saw today. Because it seems they were too comfortable after the weekend game or after the midweek game against Ajax. Maybe the praises are getting into their heads. Maybe the praises on Enzo Maresca or the praises on the team or the players after the midweek game against Ajax is getting to their heads. It's just a disappointing game today. See, I expected something different. After going 1 goal up, I was expecting you seal up the game. Probably in the second half or starting of the second half, or at least making sure Sunderland does not equalize and keeping a very, very fantastic defense in keeping a clean sheet. That was what I was expecting. But guess what? Chelsea actually did what Chelsea are known to do in the last couple of seasons or in the last couple of games. This is a very, very bad performance from Chelsea. This is a very, very pathetic performance from Chelsea. So many players did very, very bad today. In fact, the whole team did bad. But I will pick out some players who did worse today. After Garnacho's goal, what else from Garnacho? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Like absolutely nothing. After Garnacho's goal, the out-2 were forced. The passes were forced. He can't beat a player. Nothing from Garnacho. It's not only Garnacho. Are we going to talk about Pedro Neto? I see no reason why Pedro Neto was supposed to play 80 minutes or 75 minutes in this game. Since the very first minute up to the time he was hooked off the game, he was poor. There was a chance he saw just to give a very, very good pass, and that was Garnacho through on goal. He gave a short pass. So I do not understand. These are the players who were rested in midweek. These are the players who we know would start today. They had a very good rest in midweek. So what happened today? Were they too comfortable against Sunderland? This Sunderland is not a team to be toyed with because they're a very, very good side as well. This season, they've been one of the best teams who came out of the relegation. And coming to Stamford Bridge to win 2-1, then there's a lot wrong with this Chelsea team. A lot wrong with the Chelsea team. It's a very, very sad one. 1 or 2 players actually impressed. And before we go into the 5 things we learned, I need to give it up for Achepong. That is the only positive thing today. Achipong, the only positive thing. He performed very, very well for me. It was when he was hooked off the game, Chelsea considered the winner, the winner to Sunderland. It's a very, very sad performance from all Chelsea, the Chelsea team today. It's a very, very sad performance. I see no reason losing at home to Sunderland. I see no reason. So any team right now can come to Stamford Bridge and pick up a victory. Where is the fear factor? It's nowhere to be found. So let's get into the 5 things we learned from today's game. Chelsea are still finding it difficult to break down low blocks. Chelsea are still finding it difficult to penetrate teams who decide to sit back. Chelsea are still finding it difficult to create something, something special from the team. Look at Arsenal. If Arsenal is playing against a team that creates low ball, they'll use set piece and win the game. You could see that drive towards the end of the game for them to win. Not going ahead to concede again. It's a very, very sad one. Still, the problem Chelsea had last season in which they went into the market to buy players who could actually take on one-on-one, to buy players who could actually break low blocks, is the same issue up till now. João Pedro was brought in to break down low blocks. Jamie Gittins was brought in to break down low blocks. Most of the players that was brought in the summer was brought in to break down low blocks. You know the strength of Sunderland, which is long throws, set piece, and counter attack. And you consider through 2 of that. You consider through long throw. You know that is their power. You consider through long throws and a counter attack towards the end of the game. This is crazy at this point. It is very, very crazy. And some players disappointed again, like I said earlier. João Pedro, what happened? Where's the João Pedro we saw at the Club World Cup? He has gone more than 5-6 games now, silent, without a goal and an assist, and he's hiding under the radar. Because maybe the team were doing well at some point, and people are not seeing that João Pedro is very, very low on confidence at this point, and he's out of form. Where's the João Pedro that we saw at the Club World Cup? It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Are we trying to say Kopama not being around is the source of this problem? There are better players, not like better players to Kopama, but there are players who are very, very good in this team who can break down low blocks as well. So it's a very, very sad. There was no creativity at all in this game, especially from the wingers. Nothing. Pedro Neto, 0. No creativity at all. Garnacho, that's another one. Gittins that was brought in, another one. The only spark I saw in the substitution was from Estaval. That's the only spark I saw in the second half. So there's a lot. Maresca also have a blame in this. Playing Enzo Fernandez out of position was another problem. Enzo Fernandez was played out of position today. It is not his normal role. Making this kind of experiments in this kind of games. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Losing 2 games at home already in 9 games this season, it's a very, very big cause for concern. And I hope things change and change quickly. Let me know what you think about this game. Let me know what you think about Sunderland win at home to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge rather, and share your thoughts in the comment section. If you are new to this channel, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell until I come away again next time. I remain your boy Mike Way. Stay cool. Cheers.